Temporary intro until I figure out something cool, and creative for all of you guys,
Hello and happy Wednesday, everybody. I'm Jimmy Appleton. I want to talk to you a little bit about what's going on in the news health-wise this week. I want to start with an article I found on CNN.com, which is called "Who Outlines Steps to Reduce Leading Cause of Death." What's interesting about this article is that the United Nations General Assembly is meeting for the second time to discuss the global scope of preventable diseases and the increase in deaths by the hundreds of thousands every year that are caused by tobacco, alcohol, salt, fat, and all the things that we love to enjoy but generally abuse. I thought that it was really interesting that there's a global initiative taking place and something that's very public. It's not just a bunch of personal trainers here or there. The government is really seeing that this is a problem. They're like going, whoa, wait a minute. We got to do something about this because it's really going to affect our future. The next article is from Active.com. It's called "The Diet Detective at the Deli." And this is one of the best articles I've seen come out from Active.com thus far. It goes straight into all those convenient, tasty foods that we pick up on the run at delis and compares them in order to show you and help you decide on making healthier choices, because everything across the board may seem healthy when you're picking and choosing, but in reality it always comes down to the calorie count, and they help compare different foods in order to show you which ones are going to be the most calorie effective. I'll give you one of the examples. Which one of these would be better for you calorie-wise? Is it stuffed grape leaves or roasted red peppers? I'll give you a minute to think about it. The answer is 3 ounces of roasted red peppers and oil have about half the calories of the 5 stuffed grape leaves. So the 5 stuffed grape leaves is about 210 calories, and the roasted red peppers and oil have about 120 calories. So this article goes on to talk about pesto pasta, tuna salads, pickles, hummus, baba ganoush, caviar pate, and it goes on and on and on. Also, the link is available in the description below. Finally, we're going to discuss the articles that popped up on my site in the past couple of weeks. The first one is the Stanford ItunesU notes that I took about the hypertension lecture that I told you about last week. Those are available now, and I wanted to let you guys know so you can check them out. The next article from my website is called "Some Goals Require You to Blast Off Like a Rocket Ship." And it takes a rocket science concept that's not crazy to understand. It's escape velocity. And what that basically means is you need to basically pass a certain speed in order to escape the gravitational force of the Earth and be able to travel to other places in the solar system. This can be looked at from a bigger scope, and you need a different, even higher escape velocity to escape the gravity of the whole solar system, and then even higher to escape the galaxy, and so on and so forth. But this is really important with your health goals, because if you're not progressing at a certain rate, at some point you're just going to stop and relapse or fall back, go in reverse, and your old self is going to has too much gravity and it's going to pull you back. So this is leading into another article where I'm going to be talking about baby steps versus giant leaps, and moving it forward to taking enough giant leaps where that defines your stride, and putting a little bit more attitude and putting yourself into your progress and turning your stride into your swagger. So that's going to be an interesting article. I don't know when I'm going to have time to write it, but I'm going to do my best to get it out next month. And finally, I have a new article in the talk therapy section of my website. It's called "Being Depressed and the Road to Getting Better, Step 1. What it basically covers is some of the understandings and realizations that I had when I was having depression issues a few years back. And really, what was my first step, and what really helped me and what helped me see the bigger picture. And basically it's cleaning up your life in the most physical sense and the material sense. And starting there, you can see a very tangible result. The article goes into more depth than that, but I just wanted to bring it up so that it's something that you consider. If you're not feeling as well as you should be, you don't necessarily have to be depressed, but there are some things that you can do that are going to be proactive rather than waiting till it's too late. I'd like to finish off with the iTunes University lecture that I'm listening to right now, so if you want to get in before I get my notes out, you can check it out. It's called Migraines with Dr. Meredith Barad. I hope I'm not butchering her name. She's from the Stanford Pain Management Center, and so far I'm about a third of the way through, and it's really interesting because it covers the different schools of thought behind migraines. I never knew that there isn't a definite diagnosis and there aren't definite concepts behind what causes migraines. All we know is a series of symptoms, which can also be misinterpreted as other things, like the same symptoms occur during a woman's menstrual cycle. And it's really interesting to talk about a cascade effect in our neurons where they become overactive. And I definitely recommend checking it out. My notes will be available sometime soon, hopefully at the beginning of the month. So definitely check it out. That's all that mattered to me today. If any of the articles interest you, I have all the links in the description below. If you haven't already, please subscribe, like, follow, do all those wonderful social media things that make me look cooler. All right, talk to you later, and I'll see you next time.